All right, so I got one big thing that I watched.
Big thing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a hot take because I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it.
Twilight.
Something I did not like.
Was it? Wait.
No,
is it what
don't
I think
say
it is?
anything. I
Is
don't
it
know
what
what
I
this
think
is.
it is?
Wait,
So
microphone's
it's
in my
something
face.
both
Hold
of
on.
you have watched,
Is this it what I
stuck in
think
my
it
face.
is? I feel like I'm gonna be wrong.
and you both wanted me to watch it.
Okay.
Wait, I know which one it is.
Don't
Yes,
say it.
because I told you.
Okay. So what is this?
Despicable Me.
Before I say
Oh,
it,
that's fine. My sister loves that
I
one.
will say I did not like it, although I do appreciate like the filmmaking and some of the humor in it.
Okay, never mind. It's not what I thought it was.
Okay.
You said humor, and I'm like, no. That's
You're like,
not.
this does not jive.
Some of the humor, not all of it.
Okay.
You both mentioned this movie often enough.
Yeah.
Or like you make it a point that he hasn't watched. This
Oh,
movie.
So,
wait. This is what I think it. Oh,
No,
wait. This is another
there's too
movie.
many.
What I think it is.
so I'll go more
I'm
into
drawing a blank.
detail some of the things that I liked, but I did not like the Grand Budapest
Oh my-
Hotel.
That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm
That's
quitting.
it. Zach's out
I
of the
quit.
podcast.
I quit. I'm leaving. This is my last episode, guys. It was
You know
been
what?
a ride.
That's okay. Because
Wow.
Wes Anderson is
It-
as much as
not
I
for
like
me.
most of his films, but it can be a little too quirky and weird for people. And that was probably it for you, right?
Yeah, it was. I call it, and like Tina always makes fun of it, but I call it like that too artsy of a movie for me.
There you go. Yep.
Yep.
I totally understand that as I fiddle with the microphone here. My face is. Oh, I did it. All right. Cool.
Wow, I'm
Zach's
shocked. I'm speechless. I have
I
no
actually will allow it. That's okay.
So
It's you know why? It's because he thinks the music is not as good as Interstellar's, right? Yes.
I don't think it's.
no. I don't think it's the music.
But would that be tell me, is that an actual
I
opinion?
mean, the Interstellar music is better.
Yes, good. That's
It's
it.
incredible.
I'll allow
No,
it.
it's incredible.
It's allow it. You get a pass. That's
Okay.
it. Absolutely, you win. You
I
can
don't
say
know,
anything else, and I'm
now
not
I'm
mad.
really interested in what you have to say. Wow.
Please just regale us, sir. But I can be content.
Like obviously, going through it, well, first I was like, I have no idea what this movie's gonna be about. Like, I didn't watch a trailer. I didn't do anything. But going through it, at first I was confused, and I was expecting it to go a certain way, or like to be a certain type of movie. But
not a
then-
murder mystery kind of thing.
Kind of, but
Oh,
in a different way.
okay.
And then it had like this dry humor that I'm not really a fan of. And I think that's probably why I didn't enjoy it as much.
That movie
There were
makes me
certain things
laugh
like
so
Willem
much.
Dafoe. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe.
Oh, his
Yes.
character is hilarious.
Yeah, that character's
And-
funny.
Very.
and I wrote it down. Like the skiing scene.
Oh, that's so.
I
like,
had to rewind it because
It's
I was
so
like,
goofy.
what was I watching?
It was very goofy.
It's very.
yeah.
I mean, it was definitely like at least like the overhead shots were like
Yeah, like the edited, like
obviously like
super fast.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
2x speed.
That's the point considering like this
but those
is all
were like
done
those were like miniatures or something.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
and also it's being recounted by an older version of the main character.
Of Monsieur Gustave.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
No.
Another version of both actually. No,
No,
not
it's
both.
definitely
kid
not.
that
It's the
Of
kid.
Zero Mustafa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zero. Yeah. That's
Um,
Tony Revolori.
Yeah.
And then F. Murray Abraham has his older
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. I love F. Murray Abraham. Love him so
Great.
much.
With
And then Jude Law
Moon
there.
Knight's
Yeah.
voice.
I was like, that's Khonshu, by the way. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's Saudi.
all right,
I was,
so
I was
keep going.
impressed by the cast though. Like it had a
Oh, star
pretty-
He always has a
crazy-
wild cast. Like,
all the
I think those are all like his people that he normally brings in all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
Ray
the
Fiennes. Ray Fiennes is great in that movie.
the group of I don't know what like the bell not the bellboys but the concierge
Yeah.
at the end when they all kind of group up.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like
Owen
Bill Murray,
Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson is like in every
Jason
other Wes
Schwartzman, I
Anderson.
believe. Yeah.
Jason Schwartzman is one of them. Bill Murray.
I would say
one
this
of
is
them.
the first Wes Anderson, no, second Wes Anderson film I've seen.
The first one was what? French Dispatch or Isle of Dogs?
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Or actually, maybe this might be the first Wes Anderson
Yeah.
film.
So you've never seen Life Aquatic of Steve Suzo, Royal Tenenbaums.
Those are probably
So-
more obscure when you compare them to like.
That's why
the
what-
other ones.
I think it was last week that you mentioned that you went through some of his catalog.
Oh yeah, I went through like 4 of his films.
And
yeah.
the Grand Budapest Hotel is on HBO Max. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I guess I'll finally watch it
Like,
because
I'll
Zach's
finally
been
watch
like,
it. Moonrise Kingdom.
but yeah,
What I would recommend,
Oh, yeah, go
the
ahead.
Darjeeling. I would say like I think the one you would like better because again it sticks to its own style and doesn't get too goofy with some stop motion or some, what other like animated thing or any other fun stuff is watch Isle of Dogs.
That one I
I
really
think
do
you would
wanna
like Isle of
see.
Dogs. Yeah, but you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen. I would love
Yeah,
to see it.
I think you would actually like it because like at least to me like it stays consistent with like its thing. But
and also, I haven't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I would love to see that one too.
that one
Like maybe watch Fantastic Mr. Fox first, and then watch Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, I think
the
that's a
French
smart play.
Dispatch is the one that just recently came out, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's his
think
most
you'd
recent
like that
one.
one better because again, like you're like, oh, is this too artsy and kind of all over the place? Like, the French Dispatch is like 3 or 4 little stories wrapped in one big movie. So
I'll add that
I think
one
you'd
next.
like that one better. I
Wait,
just
so
don't
then,
know.
what else about the film did you not like?
Too symmetric. Okay.
Well, I think to me that's one of my favorite parts of the movie, where it's like these static shots and the characters just kind of move around doing random stuff, and then like the quick pans that go like 90 degrees and then they move back and stuff. Like those are great like shots.
I know
But-
some people, yeah, like you and I, like really like it. I know people that it's too like jarring for them, which that's fine. That's why I tell people like, oh, like you either will or won't like Wes Anderson films.
Yeah.
Like
But
I'm okay
people
with
will say like, I'll watch one Wes Anderson film and I understand cinema. It's like, no, you kind of
No.
don't. Like, just you have to expand and see some other stuff done. But
Yeah, because
Like-
I've seen a few, and they're all just slightly different from one another. Especially Bottle Rockets being the most different because it doesn't have that style that he has now with French
Correct.
Dispatch or
yep,
Grand Budapest Hotel, where you have like these static shots, these whip pan shots.
exactly.
But Bottle Rockets was just more like a standard, like any other kind of movie that you watch.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm out here trying to make a movie, basically.
like I like the shots and like the cinematography of it, like for certain I think they were in like, it wasn't a lighthouse, but it was like they were, but like a far away shot and you see like the silhouette.
Oh yes, they were in
That was
that
pretty cool.
tower where they're at the end of the catwalk,
Yeah,
and it's like it zooms in and
well, it's out and then it zooms in and then you actually see them
yeah,
because
Just, yeah, because simulating the
and
distance.
then like a hooded guy, he's like, oh, are you Mr. Yusuf? And
oh well,
from-
that sequence was actually pretty funny.
it's
Every
like-
person is like, "Are you Mister?"
He's like, yes, but by like the 4th guy, he's like, yes, I'm. So I'm like, yes, I am that person. And then, but I don't know.
That's
I don't know,
fun.
like-
You know
like
what? Like I'm actually surprised, but like pleasantly surprised. Like, oh look, like a differing opinion on that. So it's better. I'm cool with that.
Like-
You'd be like, oh my god,
I wouldn't watch the movie again.
that's fair. Again, I'll allow it. So he's just
But
like,
yeah,
he's like, I watched it and I appreciate it for what it was, but I'm not gonna go
it's just
out
not
of my way to watch it again.
not my cup of tea.
So then, okay, so you didn't like some of the
I think
Like, so- like
I
some-
think the dry humor and maybe some of the pacing is what did it for me. But
I can see that.
'Cause-
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Like,
love the
you're-
movie, so
you're
it's
very
hard for
too-
me to
you're-
say like, oh
Danny's-
yeah, I can understand. I can't
Like-
understand because I love the movie.
what I'll say is Danny's someone who's very in tune with a movie's pacing. Like he will immediately understand where it's like, oh, this is starting to drag, or like this is starting to like this is at the point where it gets it's static or does nothing, or oh, this is kind of going really well. Like he usually look like, oh, that movie didn't feel like he's like Anthony was like, oh, like I'd want the movie to feel. I know the movie's long, but it didn't feel long. So it's just like, oh, that's cool. But
Yeah,
this one
it
was
felt-
like it felt long, right? Yeah.
I watched the
I know-
trailer. I watched the movie like a long because this movie came out a long time ago.
Yeah,
Like,
14.
yeah, I feel like I
2014.
watched it a long time ago. But like, if you don't know, I love watching trailers. Like, I could watch movie trailers all day long. It's probably my favorite thing to do.
you like trailers more than the movie.
Yeah. So like, I remember
Well, because
watching.
the trailers will always make a bad movie look good
Yeah.
until you watch
Well,
it.
this is
All,
the thing-
or
well,
the
that's one of
bad
my
trailers,
problem.
and then bad trailers will show you the whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's exactly
Like
what
the
it is.
Invisible
like,
Man.
If it's if it's capturing enough, like then you want to know the details, right? But like the this movie, like when I remember watching the trailer and I was like, this is not gonna do it for me. It's like that quirky comedy that I don't understand, and it would be like noise in the background for me.
Yeah.
Like I will have to be doing something else.
Then you felt that way when you
Yeah,
saw
like
it.
I cannot tell you like when you someone's like, oh, I watched it. All I said is like, oh, I remember the movie The Bellboy. Like I cannot tell you I remember.
The movie with the Bellboy. That was the main character, at least. So it
Yeah,
did
like,
that.
I cannot tell you like that I remember any detail of it or anything like that because it was just one of those.
All the
movies
Wes
that-
Anderson stands that are listening in and watching, just like
I'm sorry.
you're just not in tune with this art.
Zach,
This is
just-
art.
I am
Ray
definitely-
Fiennes' performance in that movie is just
It's just
Chef's
like
kiss.
I mean,
It
it
is
was
great.
good.
chef's kiss.
Like they
Good, it
all
was
performed
perfect.
well,
It is great.
but it's just
Yeah.
I just
It's just not
didn't
the kind
like
of
it.
movie
Yeah.
for
my
me.
my
Didn't like
favorite
it.
line.
That's
from
why
him-
art is art, guys.
My favorite line from the movie is when Mr. Gustav, Zero visits him at the prison, and tells the story about how there's an inmate called Pinky Pendinsky in that whole
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Like that. The way he delivers it is hilarious.
It's so like matter of fact. It makes it funny.
And then also at the beginning where he's talking about Tilda Swinton's character,
Mhm.
where he goes, "Oh, she's shaking like a shitting dog," and I'm like,
Yeah.
like just the line delivery, he's just like the most composed face, and he says these absurd things. I'm just like, this guy's just a masterclass.
You
actor.
want to see Zach's opinion of Ray Fiennes as an actor like be cemented, but like we'll see him in a completely different light. Watch Schindler's List.
Oh, I know. I need to watch it.
I'm just gonna
that was
tell you-
one of his first,
Yes,
or at least his breakthrough.
that was the breakout role. Yeah,
was a breakthrough
him
role.
and definitely Liam Neeson as well. But yeah, watch Schindler's List and
need
you'll
to
be like,
watch
whoa, Ray
That's
Fiennes
a-
has range.
The music is John Williams also, right?
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
And Spielberg.
And Spielberg.
Where can I? Do you guys know where I can watch that?
Danny
no
will do
idea.
the
I'll look it up.
research, but
But yeah,
it's
that was
gonna
my
be like
recently
a-
watched.
that was your
Ah.
recently watched. You know, good,
And I'm disappointed.
and
We'll
I'm
have long discussions later.
Oh, we will have incredibly long discussions, totally biased.
I feel like you guys are gonna have
discussions.
to watch it
And
again.
I'm
to break it
under-
down.
He's
We
gonna
will
be
watch
like-
it together, and I
Yeah.
will.
He will explain every frame to me.